Hello, today we are going to solve the Jan 2024 question number 1, part 2, statement of profit loss and other comprehensive income for the year ended 31st December 2023. So Chachi is in the business of recycling plastic waste, and we had already solved the first part of the question where we had calculated the cost of production for the manufacturing account. Okay. Now let's prepare the profit and loss and other comprehensive income for the year, for this year. So let's mark, okay, what is related to the profit loss account. So the first one is going to be the revenue, okay, the revenue. Then you have, okay, office salaries, office salaries. Then you have opening inventory of the finished goods, opening inventory of the finished goods. Then cost of production will come. Then you have the closing finished goods, okay. And then, okay, let's see what else is there. Electricity and water, okay, some was related to the production and the rest is going to be related to profit loss. And then you have marketing expense, okay, marketing cost. Then we have to see if there is any change in irrecoverable debts, okay, otherwise we don't have to change anything here. Then we have administration expense, okay, which is going to come here. So let's see what let's calculate now. And in the additional information they have given some changes to marketing costs, okay, they have given some changes to marketing costs. And you have administration expenses also were accrued, we will have to adjust that. And as well the depreciation of the office premises, okay, the depreciation of the office premises and fixtures and fittings, okay, these two are going to come. So let's start preparing here statement of profit and loss and other comprehensive income. So the first one is going to be revenue. Then I have opening inventory of finished goods, okay. Then you are going to write cost of production, you will have to add this, and then you will have to subtract any closing, okay, inventory of finished goods. So with this, okay, I will be able to calculate my cost of sales. Then I'll be able to calculate my gross profit. Okay, then I will have to calculate all my expenses, okay. These are all my income, so expenses. So the expenses are going to be equal to, okay, let's start with office salaries. And then you have electricity and water. And then you have marketing costs. And then you have administration expenses. And then you have depreciation, okay, depreciation. You have two things, one is office premises and then you have fixtures. So you have these. So now let's add the numbers. So the first one is going to be the revenue. Okay, all are in pounds, so I just added that. Now let's calculate. First one is the revenue, which is around 300,000. Okay, revenue. Then you have opening inventory of finished goods, which is around 9,500. And then the cost of production was around 180,000, okay, which was from the previous manufacturing account. And then you have less, okay, less closing inventory of finished goods, which is 7,500. So with this I will be able to calculate, okay, with this I'll be able to calculate my cost of sales. So let's calculate that. So opening inventory of finished goods, which is around 9,500, plus cost of production 180,000, plus minus 7,500. Okay, that is going to give the cost of sales, which is 182,000. Okay, let me write the revenue separately here. Okay, so this is going to be my cost of sales. The next one is going to be I'll have to calculate gross profit. The gross profit is going to be revenue minus my cost of sales, which is it is going to be 118,000. Okay, so revenue minus cost of sales will give you gross profit. Okay, then let's write the expenses. Okay, so the first expense is going to be the office salaries, which is 66,500. Office salary, sorry, 31,000. Then you have electricity and water. Okay, the electricity and water was, so the total is around 19,500 minus 16,000, so that is equal to around 3,500. Okay, which is related to profit loss. Okay, which is not related to production rather. Then you have the marketing costs. Marketing costs were around 12,300 and 1,300 was prepaid. So let's write for that. So it was 12,300 and some of it was prepaid. So you have to subtract the prepaid and you will have to get the 12,300 minus 1,300. So what is the marketing cost incurred in this year alone? I'll have to write. So it will be around 11,000. So 12,000, 12,300 minus 1,300. Okay, that's going to be my that is going to be the marketing cost. So any prepaid expense has to be removed. Okay, which is stated here. Then administration expense. So the administration actual was balances were 18,700, and from that some of that expenses were accrued. So 4,100 is accrued. That is, it needs still to be paid. So you will have to adjust the balance by adding this. Okay, it was not accounted previously, so now you will add that. So administration expense was 18,700 plus the accrued expense 4100. So that is going to be around 22,800. Now let's calculate the depreciation charges. So the depreciation charge for the office premises, it was 2% per annum, straight line method. So 122% of, okay, let's calculate that. 2% of 125,000, that is going to be around 2,500. So that is what is the expense for the office premises depreciation charge. So it is going to be around 2,500. And then you have fixtures and fittings. It is going to be 10,000 per annum, again straight line method. So 10% of the cost is 36,000. That is going to be around 3,600. So let's write that also. So it is 3,600. Now let's add up all this. Okay, let's add up all this costs. So that is going to give me the total overhead, the total expenses. Okay, so the total expenses will be around, so add up all this, 31,000 plus 3,500 plus 11,000 plus 22,800 plus 2,500 plus 3,600. That should be around 74,400. So if you write 74,400, so that is my total expense. Now let's calculate the net profit for the year. So the profit for the year is going to be equal to the gross profit minus the total expenses. Okay, minus, so that is 43,600. So 43,600